Joe Barr is on the line. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Jerry.
Joe, you're contemplating doing something that makes my eyes water. You're going to cycle 1,345 miles. I hope you're not going to do that yourself, are you?
Unfortunately, yes, I am.
How can you do that without your arse falling off?
Well, that will probably happen too. But you know, it's a big challenge to ride that distance, especially non-stop. Riding the bike is one thing, but obviously the reason why we're riding is obviously the most important thing.
Tell me a wee bit about yourself. You're an ex-Commonwealth champion, aren't you? You're not just a guy who's been dragged in off the street. You're a man who knows his way around a bike.
I'm very fortunate that I have competed for Northern Ireland twice at the Commonwealth Games. A long time ago, 1986, I won one of the first medals that Northern Ireland ever won in road cycling at the Commonwealth Games.
Good man.
Subsequently, after that, I turned professional and spent quite a lengthy period of time in Europe racing professionally. In 1997, I had a fairly big accident, and that sort of brought the curtain down on my career, so it did.
After coming back from Europe and coming back to Northern Ireland to live again, I met my wife, Sinead, who's here with me today, and we had two lovely boys. This is one of them, this is Ross, and we have another boy called Reuben, he's 4. Ross is just coming on 2 years old. Ross was diagnosed at 5 months, so he was with the myeloblastoma brain tumour, and obviously in the space of a 8-hour day, from getting up and doing normal things, having breakfast in the morning time, to arriving at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon to be told that your little boy has cancer. What they actually tell you on the day is just words, and it takes a number of days and weeks to actually realise what you've just been told.
Once a family receives a diagnosis of cancer, their life changes, and it changes forever. Most of us can sympathise, can be empathetic. You don't know until you've had a doctor telling you your child has got cancer what that feels like. The Northern Ireland Cancer Fund for Children exists to provide emotional, practical and social as well as financial support to children from the ages of 0 to 21 who have been diagnosed with cancer. And for families where a child under school age, we find that a trip to Shimna Valley, which is our residential base at the foot of the Mourne Mountains in Newcastle, provides the family with a chance to have some space away from the clinic and the regime within hospitals.
First of all, it was our social worker, Gillian Coyle, who mentioned about Shimna Valley, and she said that it would be a good place just to go to relax and get away from what was going on. Initially I thought no, it wasn't where we needed to be because we already had spent time in hospital with other kids with cancer. And when we arrived there, our whole lives turned around.
When we went there the first night that we stayed in Shimna Valley was probably the first night we had slept as a family in months.
There was other kids there. Nobody really wanted to talk about the cancer thing. They were just there to enjoy themselves and have a good time. At that time, I think that's what we needed. From there on, we've got on with it.
Children come to Shimna Valley usually at the end of their treatment or at a break in treatment. That's time away from clinics, from the wards, away from the trauma and the simple things of family life that we take for granted. Sitting together to watch television, playing a game of Monopoly, having a meal together. Those things become special when families have been split apart for months, and particularly with families where they might worry that their time together is very limited.
You know, when you're in the hospital, there are many charities, like the Click Sargent charity, Michael McMillan. It's a very stressful environment, it's very underfunded, and the dimensions of the charity also are underfunded. These charities are all funded by donation. What I intend to do, obviously with the support of Sinead and the rest of my family, is to try and ride a round of the World Endurance Championship, which has been allocated to Ireland. You know, we've got to circumnavigate this country, which, as I say, is 1,340 miles long. We have a shut-off of 120 hours. So to do the mathematics, it's not that difficult to work out that you need to be riding 350 miles a day. Everyone, obviously, in the world today has limited time and limited resources, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to get as big a reach with the limited resources that we've got to try and generate as much funding as we can. Our aim as a team for the Race Around Ireland is to generate £100,000 for the Northern Ireland Children's Cancer Fund. We cannot achieve that goal without your help. If you do wish to have a look at the actual race and the detail of the race, if you want to go to racearoundireland.com, that will let you see the routes and all the detail for the event, and obviously we'll give you a wave on the daily footage.
All right, Joe, you're not doing too bad. You're seated number 4 anyway, so that's not bad.
Certainly going there, you know, with no aspirations of winning, but certainly aspirations of being competitive and trying to do a good job, but more importantly to finish and more importantly to reach our goal of 100,000. That's
okay,
really
well, rather you than me, Joe. You're kicking off in Navan on the 15th of September, and you'll be passing through this city on the morning of Wednesday the 16th of September about 7 to 9, and then Limerick Valley, and then away off into the wilderness again. Listen, Joe, the best of luck to you, and I hope you raise that money.
Many thanks for taking your time to talk to
Not
me
at all,
today.
it was a pleasure. Thank you.
Please give generously. Thank you for your support.